Hi, welcome everybody to another at-home yoga practice with me, Emma. It's lovely to have you back here again this Sunday. Today we have a yoga practice for relaxation, for slowing down, for just loosening up the body in a really gentle, mindful way. We're not going to be flowing too much. It's about grounding and just reconnecting to yourself. You might want to grab a block if you have one, or you can use a big book. A pillow will do just as well, and maybe a scarf or some kind of strap. So we're going to use some props today to help us if we need in our practice. Let's begin. We're going to come to child's pose first, bringing the knees to the ground. You can take the big toes together, or you can have the knees touching. You can have the knees wide, and then slowly snuggle your sitting bones down towards your heels. And this is where you might get the block or the pillow. We're just going to rest our forehead either on the ground or using that support. You can stretch the arms out long, or you can have them to the side of the body. And then just let yourself melt down towards the ground, allowing yourself to soften through the belly whilst breathing out through the back of the body, through the shoulders, the lower back, the rib cage. And just take a moment to slow here with the breath. Big breath in and big breath out. You don't need to use a block if you'd prefer not to. And just let the mind settle here. Any thoughts that come up, you can just observe them, let them pass, and come back to your breath. Setting the practice up, focusing on your body and the sensations you might be experiencing. Three more breaths here, slow and steady. Breathing in, breathing out. And when you come to your third and final breath, slowly just lift the head and walk yourself over towards the right side, bringing yourself to a little side stretch here. Again, resting the forehead, keeping the hips grounded towards the heels. And feel that opening through the left side of the body. Stay for an exhale, and then slowly just lifting the head, walk yourself over towards the left side. Again, just drop the head down towards the ground. Feel that opening through the right rib cage. Coming back through to center, just gently begin to peel yourself up towards an all fours position. Keeping the neck really long here, dropping the chin slightly down. You can tuck the toes, sit back towards the heels, stretch through the soles of the feet. And then come back through to neutral. We're going to move through some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly as we look forward, lift up the chin. With your next breath, we just round through the spine, looking through the backs of the legs. Try linking each movement to the breath. Don't worry too much about when you should breathe. Just remember to breathe, rounding through and arching with another breath. Rounding through the spine. Drop the chin, release the neck, and then come back through to center. Ground through the left hand. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. And we're going to thread that right arm under the left, dropping to the side of the head. Keeping the hand by the face, the left hand, or reach it to the top of the mat. And then let your body melt down to the ground. Hips high, toes tucked or untucked. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Gently bring that hand back towards the face, press into the left hand, come up to all fours. Right hand grounds, inhale, lift up through the left, exhale, thread that arm under and take the side of the head down. Again, keeping the fingertips here, or just moving that prop and reach the right fingertips up overhead. Let the hips be high, melt down towards the ground. Big breath in again, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. And gently bring the hand back up to the face, come up to all fours. Slowly we're going to sit back towards the heels, coming into a child's pose. Reach the fingertips as far forward as you can, reaching out of the armpits and then clawing the fingertips forward, chin to chest as we round through the spine. We drop the hips down, drop the belly, drop the face, and then press up to a cobra. Exhale, release. We're going to press round through the spine again, coming through to a child's pose. Inhale, rounding through the spine as we drop everything down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Pressing through into a child's pose again. And then one more, rounding through the spine, dropping the hips, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, and then inhale, cobra. And then we're going to come to our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, lift up all fours. Sit back towards the heels, chin to chest as we peel up, pressing the knees away, hips high, and pedal, dropping one heel down, straightening the other leg, and finding that comfortable length from the feet to the hands where you can have hips high and press out and lengthen through the spine, engage the upper back. Holding here, strong through the hands, connect to the feet, belly draws in slightly, and then gently walk up towards a forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, lift the chest slightly, and exhale, release. You can use a block here to just rest the hands on, release through the neck, perhaps interlacing the fingers and just gently pulling the neck towards the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step the left leg back, drop down, inhale, reach up, low lunge. Maybe sink a bit into the hips here, dropping down. Exhale, release the hands, bring the left hand to the ground, and we'll take a twist here, reaching up with the right fingers. Tuck the toes, lift the back leg if you want something a little bit extra here through the hips. Bring the hand down, and then step back to all fours, lower through a gentle press up. Inhale, a cobra. Exhale, release. And then we'll press back through to all fours. Downward facing dog. One breath here. And then walking up to that forward fold again. Taking that time over the legs to release the head. Inhale a little way halfway. Step back with the right foot, drop the knee. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Again, you can sink forward into the hips, opening that front hip flexor. One more breath. And then bring the hands down. Right hand grounds. Inhale, reach up with the left, open up through the chest. Again, tuck the toes, lift the back leg if you want an extra stretch here. Bring yourself down, and we'll step back to all fours. Lower through the hips and the belly. Maybe take the arms wide as you inhale, lift up to a cobra here. And then bring yourself all the way down. Press to all fours. Tuck the toes, sit back, and we'll come to downward facing dog. Just pedal the legs out. And then we'll walk ourselves up towards that forward fold one more time. Lovely. Release over the legs. And then inhale, press into the feet as we come all the way up to standing. Big stretch here. Take hold of the left wrist and we'll pull ourselves over towards the right. Press the hips towards the left. Press down evenly into the feet and then reach up and take the opposite hand over. Little side stretch. And then bring yourself all the way back. Fold over the legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Step one foot back, then the other coming into a plank. Drop the knees, lower the belly. Inhale, that lovely cobra. Exhale, release. Press up through to all fours. And then sit back towards the heels. Sit onto the bottom, take the legs out long. And then come through to Dandasana, staff pose. And this is where you might want to sit on a block. You might want to use a scarf. We're going to come to a seated forward fold. So using your scarf, maybe you hook it over your soles of the feet. You bend the knees, we lift up through the chest. Or maybe you reach the arms overhead and you begin to fold over. Or you just gently start to pull yourself like horse on a reins. And gently kind of work the hands towards the feet. Notice if you're holding the chin up, can you release it down, length through the back of the neck. With every exhale, we soften a bit deeper. Releasing a little bit more with every breath. Perhaps letting something go today that you no longer need. One more breath. Perhaps releasing the strap. Let yourself be passive here as we come all the way back up. So we're going to take a wide leg supported fold now. So taking yourself a little bit wider on your yoga mat. Again, this is where you might use the block or the pillow to support you. So you can have a big pillow if you want, place it in front of you. Take the legs as wide as feels comfortable for your inner thighs. And we're simply just going to walk. So draw the toes towards you, softness in the knees if that feels comfortable. I'm just going to walk forward until we find that sweet spot on the inner thighs where we're thinking, oh, there's that tension, that's where I'm feeling this stretch. And we'll soften into it. So going as far as feels comfortable for you. You might use a block to support your head. You can use a pillow to rest your elbows on. So again, whatever feels comfortable for you, you might bring your block. Just settle into the pose, keep the toes active. And let your spine round a little bit. If it feels good, maybe you take hold of the feet. Maybe that's something extra you want to explore. Maybe you take a little side stretch. So just exploring this fold in any way that feels comfortable for you. So there's no right or wrong here. Taking that time with your breath to soften, slow down, and then slowly we'll come up. Just place your block, your scarf, any of your props to the side. And we're going to gently make our way down towards our back. So slowly bring the legs in. Take yourself down onto your back. Just notice yourself resting there. Take a moment to observe your body resting on the ground. How does it feel? Just snuggling yourself down. And then we're going to take our block or our pillow. You don't have to use a prop. Again, it's there as an addition if you need it. Bring the feet to the ground as comfortably, as close to your sitting bones. Snuggle the shoulders underneath you. And we're going to begin to press the belly down towards the spine. And we're going to press into the feet as we lift the hips up, coming into a bridge posture. This is where you might use your block, and you just rest your lower back at a comfortable height and take a supported bridge. Maybe you play with lifting the arms overhead, seeing how that feels. Or maybe you're feeling like you want to open a little bit more. Squeeze the glutes to protect the lower back. Perhaps you walk the hands underneath you, interlace the fingers, and then walk onto the tops of the arms as you draw the knuckles down towards the ground. Keep connection through the soles of the feet, pressing into the big toe, the little toe, the heel. Wherever you are, breathe through the front of the body, really expanding through the hips, the belly, the chest. When you feel ready, start to release the hands, release the block as you lower each vertebrae down, slowly, slowly, slowly. Just making some space. And rather than drawing the knees into the chest, just take your feet a little bit wide and drop them over towards the left. Perhaps bringing the left foot on top of the right knee, or the upper, kind of the lower part of the thigh. Again, if that feels comfortable, stay there, or just unhook the foot. Gently releasing the foot, bring yourself up with the right leg first, and then bring the left knee, take them over towards the right. Twisting through the spine, again hooking that foot on top of the left knee, as long as feels comfortable, or you can unhook it. Feel the left side opening now through this twist. Gently come back through to center, lifting up through the left leg. And then gently drawing one knee into the chest and then the other. Just massage the lower back a little bit, rocking a little bit here, forwards and back, side to side. And then taking hold of the backs of the knees, push the feet towards the ceiling and draw the knees down towards the outer sides of the body, towards the armpits. Give the feet a little roll, the ankles crooking and clacking, that's all okay. So a supported, kind of softer, happy baby. If you have that space today, maybe you take hold of the ankles, or even the big toes or the sides of the feet. So adjusting to what feels comfortable for you today. This is your practice. So listen to your body. Let there be a gentle sway. Big breath in, big breath out. Slowly start to bring the feet down, knees into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet down, take them together and open the knees wide. This is where you might get your pillow now, rather than a block, something soft, and just rest it across the lower back, the upper back, the shoulders. And we're going to take an open supported butterfly here. So we're opening the chest, take the arms wide, perhaps bend the elbows. The feet can be as close or as far away from the body. Let the feet be heavy, the knees be heavy, and we're opening through this part of the body. The space from the collarbone down through the ribs into the hip points. And breathe full and deep here into the lower belly, up into the diaphragm, the chest, and then let it all go. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Staying for one more breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Breathe it in. And let it out through the mouth. And we'll slowly bring the knees together. Just roll over to one side, bringing yourself off that prop if you had one. Just removing it, and then take yourself back down towards your back. Bring the knees into the chest. We're just going to rock and roll up the spine till we come to a comfortable seat. We're just going to finish in a seat today, just a moment of stillness, a little bit of mindful breathing, mindful awareness of our thoughts. So rest the hands comfortably on the knees, the lap, palms down, palms up, chest, belly, wherever feels comfortable for you. And just take a few moments to observe the inhalation and the exhalation. Relax the face, relax the jaw. I breathe in space and openness. I breathe out anything that no longer is serving me right now. And as I breathe out, I relax a little bit more deeply through the muscles of my body. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently moving the fingers and toes, open the eyes, big stretch up of the hands. Take a twist over towards the right, gently through the spine, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, come back through, reach up, and then exhale, twisting back through again. And then coming all the way back through center. Thank you very much for practicing today. A simple, gentle practice for you to relax and unwind, perhaps maybe before bed or at some point during the day if you're feeling like you need a little pause, a little break. I'll see you in my next video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. It'd be good to know your thoughts. Take care, everybody.